In this video, I'm going to go over our basement jungle gym. I've got a very active little boy, and surprisingly, my little girl loves playing on this too. So this all originally started with the monkey bars. He really loved playing on the monkey bars at the playground. So ended up building this in this is 3/4 inch black iron pipe from Home Depot. All of the parts and fittings, I believe I sourced from Home Depot or online plumbing place. I purchased a pipe threader from Harbor Freight and threaded all of these pipes. It was um, uh, it was a little tricky because these are both right-hand threads. You have to thread on one connector, and then you thread the other one on, and then basically this is kind of left in limbo. So occasionally they do turn, but they're pretty solid now. And then I did have to end up adding a support here in the middle of all thread and a pipe support, pipe hanger, a split ring pipe hanger. There is all thread above the ceiling connected to the joist above. And over here, what I used to attach it to the stud. So I found a stud, and you can kind of see it here. These are 8-inch long header screws, like a rim joist screw, like you would see to hold a deck to a house. So there's two here and two here, and then I used lag bolts from to hold the plate onto the 2x4. This one I painted and I rounded the corners to make it look nice, but it's 16 inches wide, or a little over 16. I think it's 18 inches. So I'm in two studs, and then same thing down here. I built this soffit, so I know it's a 2x4 soffit, and so this is anchored into the soffit, and it's pretty robust. Same thing with these eye hooks. So I put in several eye hooks, and I'll kind of go over here and show this. Originally, it was just the monkey bars. I did not have the hanger at first, but as he was coming across, you could kind of see it wave a little bit and dip. So I put those hangers in, and now it's very, very robust. I can hang on it, no problem at all. So then I put this rope ladder in so they could get up to the monkey bars, but they'll use these hooks for all kinds of different apparatuses. This used to be, or there is, originally there was a trapeze bar right here, but then we just get these other accessories on Amazon, and they can move them around as they please. So then the next thing I added was this peg board. It is a 2x4 with holes drilled in it, not all the way through, but then these pegs fit in the 2x4. And so then you can challenge yourself or he can challenge himself as he moves across here. You hang on to it and then move to the different pegs. He didn't use that as much as I thought he would. So I ended up just using it for support for these other ones that I put in. So this one is a more recent addition. This is a 1-inch black iron pipe. And the idea here was he can lache from the monkey bars over to this pipe. And I also did put a support in the middle here. Let's see. Yeah, put a support here in the middle. Very strong, very robust. Measure once, drill twice. But I have no problems hanging on this myself. Incredibly strong. Did the same thing over here, where used these really long anchors into the studs, and then these are lag bolts into the 2x4. I cut off the rounded edges of the 2x4 to make it look nice, and then painted it wall color. And he ends up like wrapping things around this as well and hanging things from it. And then this last bar that I put in is actually Unistrut. So Unistrut can be you can get it at Home Depot, big box stores, where you can put different things into the channel. So it's used like in industrial applications where you might like build a frame to hold HVAC equipment or something, for example. So it's very strong. It's designed to hold a lot of weight. So these hangers, this bolt actually goes through this 2x4 and into the soffit here. That's a 2x4 soffit, and these anchors are very deep as well. So this is very strong and robust. These washers are all part of the Unistrut system. I did put a bar or a hanger in this one here as well. If I were to do this again, I probably would have taken another piece of Unistrut above the ceiling all the way down. But that's what's holding that up. And the idea here was we could move these eye bolts around if needed. So right now I just have 4 eye bolts in here, and that seems to work well for what he wants to do with them. So we just have more of these like accessories. So he's got a handful of of these and like the balls that he can hang on to, and he can come up here and clip and move them around. I've got a box full of carabiners. So nothing has failed, and he's put it through quite a bit. A couple of nuances, takeaways that if you plan on doing this yourself, I would consider. The Unistrut is very strong, very versatile, allows you to put many things on it. I also have straps for the 1-inch pole that you can wrap around it and then hook something onto it. That works well, but it does move. It moves down the pole. So these don't move. However, I guess one thing is it's very noisy. So as he's climbing and swinging and jumping and whatnot, we can hear that. Our kitchen is right up here, and because these are attached, this probably not so much, but probably a lot of the sound is being transferred through these all thread points. I don't really know a way around that. It's just a part of life now. We hear it happening down here. We know it's getting used. Another thing too is the wear on these carabiners. This is a little newer one, so this isn't worn as much. But like as he's like swinging on this, and it starts to eat into the metal. So this is a fairly high friction connection. And they do have like ball bearing swing hangers that actually do have a 3/8 thread on them that I've considered getting, but it's like $30 for 2 of them. So I really haven't put a whole lot of effort into getting in yet. But some things do see a little more wear. You can see the wear there, and like, yeah, like that one's really worn, where you could just see that it spent a lot of time swinging back and forth, wearing in. Will this saw that thing in half? It's probably going to take a while. We'll just replace the carabiners. But overall, they really have fun down here. The swing gets used a lot. This is like a therapy swing, but they love it just to sit in. And again, we have all kind of like a box of apparatuses that you can hang, and like he'll have this configured all different ways. So it's been really great to have the versatility and have them come down here and play. And it does clutter up the basement a little bit, but I know that they could come down here and stay busy and active, and well worth it. And right now we've hit what we think this is what we wanted to look like. Other than there has been a request for a zip line. I'm not totally sure how to accomplish that. But they're happy with this, and it works well. Thanks.